Okay, on this hundreds chart, the multiples of 2 are shaded. What are the ones digits of the multiples of 2 in the third row? So this is row 1, 2, so we're talking about this row here. What are the numbers in the ones digit? So just pause the video. Hopefully you noticed it's 2, 4, whoopsies. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. All right, now look at row 7. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what are the numbers in the ones digit? So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. Now I want you to look at all of the rows and see what the pattern is there. All right, so I'm hoping you notice that they're all 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. So what I want you to notice is that a number is a multiple of 2 if the ones digit ends in 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. So I just want to remind you that multiples of 2 are called even numbers. Okay, this is something you've been talking about for a long time. Okay, so these are even numbers, and numbers that aren't even are called odd. Oops, odd numbers. All right, if you look at the odd numbers, what did they end in? What is their ones digit? It's 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay. Now we're going to have a look here. Multiples of 5. So let's skip count by 5 here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, and 100. So what patterns do you see here? Hopefully you'll notice that all the numbers end in 5 and 0. So can you tell without multiplying if a number is a multiple of 5? Yes, absolutely. Same thing. You're going to end in a 5 or a 0. Now, are the multiples of 5 odd or even? So have a really good pause and look at them and let's see. So the numbers that end in 5, this whole entire row here, are odd. And the numbers that end in 0 here are even. And if you want to go a little further, is there a pattern there if we look across the rows? Yes, so the pattern goes odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, all the way through. And that is true throughout. All right, so patterns in multiples of 9. So on this hundreds chart, if I have 9 times 1, so the row 1 there, 9 times 1 equals 9, right? Now, there's a couple patterns here, and there's a reason I'm writing these down as well, because there is a pattern. But the first thing I want you to do is just have a really good look at the 9s as they're highlighted on there, and pause and see if you can come up with at least 2 patterns. And then come back to the video when you've found at least 2 patterns. Okay, so I'm writing out the times tables here. 8, 9 times 9, and 9 times 10, and then 9 times 11. Okay, there's just 2 in this row, so, and there we go. Okay, so if I'm looking at this, one of the things that I want you to notice, the ones digit decreases by 1 at each step. Okay, so 9 times 1 here, right? If I'm multiplying that Now by 2, 9 times 2, notice that the ones digit here is decreasing. There's the ones digit, 9, it decreases by 1. If I multiply, so it's 1 less here. If I multiply 9 times 3, it decreases, the ones digit decreases. What is happening in the tens column? So I'm going to draw your attention back over here. It's just easier to see, I think, if it's in this row, right? And this is 45, and this is 54, and this is 63, and 72, and 81, and 90, and this is 99. Okay, so the ones digit, if you go down every row, you're going to notice that it's decreasing by 1. What is happening to the tens digit? So the tens digit, as we go down, like there's nothing in front of there, right, is increasing by 1. This helps me because if I look over here, okay, 9 times 1 is 9. There is nothing in the ones, okay? 9 times 2, this is 1 less, right? 9 times 3, this is 1 less. 9 times 4, the tens digit is 1 less than the multiplier. 9 times 5, the tens digit is 1 less than the multiplier. 9 times 6 is 1 less than the multiplier. 9 times 7, the 6 is 1 less than the multiplier, and it goes all the way through, and that's one of the patterns, okay? Also, this is really interesting. When I'm multiplying, I can check to make sure a number is a multiple of 9 when I look at the two numbers. So I have the answer is 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. The answer is 27. 2 plus 7 equals 9. The answer is 36. So 3 plus 6, that's a plus. 6 equals 9. 45. And does this work for all of them? 9 times 0. What happens when we go to 9 times 11? I have 9 plus 9, and that is 18. I do know that 18 is a multiple of 9, so I can just add those together, and that's 9. All right. Now, what I want you to do is, if you have the book, you're going to turn and open 5.1 to page 14, and you're going to look at question number 7. If you don't, then pull out your worksheet and look at the one of the last parts. It'll have one of these on there for you that says patterns of multiples of 3. I want you to describe the positions on the number chart. This sounds weird, but so highlight all of the 3s, go through, and then come back to the video. All right, so you've highlighted all your 3s. Now I want you to just choose a random number from 3 that's a multiple of 3. And what do you notice? All right, let's see. If I'm looking here, I have 3, 6, 9 there. And it goes 12, 15, 18, so on and so on and so on, right? Do you ever get numbers that are not multiples of 3 as the answer? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the 9s, and that is 9. Now, this number, if I can divide, if it's a multiple of 3, then it is an answer to a 3 multiplication question. So let's see if that works for all of them. So I have 66 plus 0 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. I have 66. 6 plus 6 equals 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 72, 7 plus 2 equals 9, 3 times 3 is 9, 5 plus 1 is 51, so that's 6, 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 4 equals, oops, wrong one, where are we here? 54. Sorry, that is 9, 3 times 3 is 9, and then I have, let's do 8 plus 7, that equals 15. 3 times 5 is 15, so that works. So that's a really good cheat to help you figure out if any number is a multiple of 3. You just add the numbers together to see if 3 would work. All right, so there's some questions there for you. Please be sure to ask questions if you have them. Then one of the questions is going to have to do with this chart, so I'm just going to really quickly run you through how to use this. All right, so I have this way are columns, this way is rows. This is a multiplication chart, so this is going to be on your sheet, and you're going to need to figure this out. So what I've done here, we're multiplying, and you're going to take one number of yellow and multiply it by one number of green, okay? So 0 times 0 is 0, and you line them up. 0 times 1 is 0. Okay, 0 times 2 is 0. Now, if I'm going to start my ones times tables, I'll move my ruler down. Okay, 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. And you're going to fill this out all the way to your 12 times tables just to practice. Okay, that's it.